My friends, let me begin by sharing a powerful truth that resonates deeply within me. The very struggle that seems to be breaking you right now could be the very moment that God is preparing for your greatest breakthrough. The tears you've shed, the nights you fought through fear, the doors that were slammed shut in your face, none of it has been in vain. God is setting the stage for something extraordinary. Heaven is crafting something so incredible, so unforgettable, that when it comes to fruition, you will fall to your knees in awe and say, only God could have done this. We often think our disappointments mark the end of the story. We look at the ruins of our broken dreams and say, this is it. Nothing good can come from this. But God has a different view. Where you see an ending, He sees a new beginning. Where you perceive defeat, He sees the foundation of victory. Where you see ashes, He sees the canvas for beauty. God is not against you, He is for you. And if God is for you, who can stand against you? No force, no circumstance, no person can overcome the power of Almighty God. Many of you listening to me have walked through valleys so dark that you wondered if the sun would ever shine again. You've faced rejection that pierced your soul, storms that shook your faith, losses that left you gasping for hope. But hear me today. God has not abandoned you in that valley. He has not forsaken you in the storm. He has not left you to drown in despair. He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail, positioning you in ways you cannot yet see, so that at the perfect moment, His glory will shine through in your life. The miracle you're waiting for is not random. It's not by chance. It's not luck. It's divine orchestration. Every setback is part of the setup. Every closed door is part of His direction. Every unanswered prayer is a redirection to something greater. Don't despise the waiting season, for it is in that waiting that your faith is refined. It's in that waiting that your roots grow deep. It's in that waiting that you're being prepared to carry the weight of the blessing that is coming. God isn't just preparing the miracle for you, He's preparing you for the miracle. Think about Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, thrown into a pit, sold as a slave, forgotten in prison. From the outside, it seemed like his life was cursed, but every step was leading him closer to the throne God had promised him. What appeared as disaster was divine positioning. What looked like rejection was God's protection. When the time came, God elevated him from the prison to the palace in a single day. That's the power of the God we serve. He can turn your lowest moment into the launch pad for your destiny. Or consider Moses standing before the Red Sea with the Egyptian army closing in behind him. To the human eye, it seemed impossible. The sea was too wide, the enemy too fierce. But God was setting the stage for a miracle that would echo throughout history. When Moses lifted his staff, the waters parted, and the Israelites walked through on dry land. What looked like certain death became the very place where deliverance was born. What appeared to be the end transformed into the beginning of freedom. God remains unchanged yesterday, today, and forever. The same God who split the Red Sea is the God who will break apart the obstacles standing in your path. Some of you at this very moment are facing your own Red Sea. You cannot see a way through. You don't know how you will cover your expenses, how you will recover from the hurt, or how you will break loose from the chains that grip you. But hear me clearly, God has already arranged your miracle. The waters may seem immovable, but they will shift at His voice. The chains may appear indestructible, but they will crumble at His command. The enemy may look unbeatable, yet he trembles at the name of Jesus. You are not overlooked. You are not abandoned. You are standing on the edge of a life-altering miracle. The enemy wants you to think your hardship means God has walked away, but the truth is the exact opposite. The intensity of the storm is evidence that the blessing is close. The devil does not waste his energy attacking people with no destiny. If the fire around you feels hotter than ever, it is because you are nearing the promise. The furnace was heated 7 times hotter for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, yet it was in that very fire that the Son of God walked beside them. They went in tied up, but when they stepped out, the only thing that burned were the ropes that once restrained them. God didn't merely rescue them. He revealed His glory in a way that could never be erased. That is the kind of miracle God is preparing for you. But here is your part. Stand steady in your faith. Do not bow to fear. Do not yield to despair. Faith is not the absence of struggle. It is choosing to trust God right in the midst of it. Faith declares, I don't see the path, but I know the one who makes a way. I don't hold the solution, but I know the one who is the answer. I don't see the miracle yet, but I know my God cannot fail. That kind of faith shakes the gates of hell. That kind of faith moves mountains. That kind of faith unlocks the miracle that carries your name. The unforgettable miracle God is preparing is not only to bless you, it is meant to glorify Him. When your breakthrough arrives, it won't just transform your life, it will speak to others. People will look at your story and say, if God did it for them, He can do it for me. Your miracle will stand like a beacon in the night, guiding others toward the power and love of Jesus Christ. This is why your battle has been so fierce. This is why the enemy has tried to silence you, because your miracle will not only lift you, it will raise others with you. Think of Lazarus lying dead in the tomb for 4 days. The situation seemed utterly hopeless, and everyone had already given up. The stone had been sealed shut, yet Jesus stood before the tomb and declared, Lazarus, come out. And the man who was dead walked forth alive. That miracle was not meant for Lazarus alone. It was for every person who witnessed it and for every generation that would hear the account and believe. Your miracle as well is not solely for you. It is for the many lives that will be transformed when they see what God has accomplished in you. Hear me today. God excels in doing what seems impossible. The larger the barrier, the greater the glory. The deeper the valley, the higher the mountain. He will lift you too. Do not allow your current suffering to blur the promise ahead of you. What you are enduring is not your ending. It is the introduction to a divine breakthrough that will leave you and everyone around you stunned by God's power. Some of you need to raise your head again. You have walked too long under the heaviness of defeat, speaking words of discouragement instead of declarations of faith. Shift your confession and begin saying, my God is moving. My breakthrough is approaching. My story is not finished. I will witness the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. When you release faith into the atmosphere, heaven responds. When your words align with the promises of God, His power enters your situation. Listen to me. There is no pit so deep that His hand cannot reach you, no sin so dark that His blood cannot wash it clean, no wound so painful that His love cannot restore it, no storm so fierce that His voice cannot silence it. The God who crafted the heavens and the earth is the very God who is fighting on your behalf. And if He is for you, nothing can halt what He has ordained. Not sickness, not lack, not betrayal, not even death itself. You may say, but I have failed, I have stumbled, I have made mistakes. Yes, but God's mercy outweighs every failure. His grace is mightier than your shortcomings. His love stretches far beyond your flaws. He does not bless you because you are flawless. He blesses you because He is flawless. He does not release miracles because you deserve them. He does so because He is good, and His glory will shine through your life. Even now, heaven is arranging things in your favor. Doors you assumed were permanently shut are about to open wide. Opportunities you never imagined are about to appear. Broken relationships are on the verge of restoration. Health that seemed gone is about to rise again. Joy that was stolen is about to flood your heart. Peace that was shattered is about to be renewed. God is preparing something so remarkable that the pain of this season will be eclipsed by the brilliance of the miracle. Do not quit praying. Do not stop believing. Do not stop moving forward. Your breakthrough may be closer than you realize. The darkest moment always comes just before the morning light. The enemy battles the fiercest when he knows his time is almost up. Do not give the enemy the pleasure of seeing you bow. Lift your hands, raise your voice, and proclaim, my God is faithful. My breakthrough is approaching. And when that breakthrough arrives, honor him. Do not hide it or keep it quiet. Announce it boldly. Declare it openly. Share what he has done, because your testimony will be the spark that ignites hope in someone else. Your triumph will become the foundation of another person's faith. Your miracle will become the reason someone chooses to trust again. So I ask you, will you rely on him in the waiting? Will you worship him in the valley? Will you cling to him when every part of you wants to quit? Because if you do, you will witness firsthand what only God can accomplish. You will taste the sweetness of his faithfulness. You will stand amazed at his goodness, and you will know beyond every shadow that the hand of God is moved in your story. My dear friends, you are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not forsaken. You are chosen. You are cherished. You are being positioned for a miracle that will stay with you forever. Stand strong. Believe with conviction. Hold fast, for soon, very soon, your night will give way to dawn. Your mourning will turn into joy, and your defeat will rise into victory. And when it comes, your life will never be the same again. My friends, allow me to draw you deeper into this truth. The miracle God is preparing for you is more than a moment. It is a revelation of his nature. Miracles are not merely answers to petitions. They are the unveiling of his glory woven into human frailty. When the impossible bows before the sovereignty of God, what is being unveiled is not only his strength but his heart. He is showing you and every person observing your journey that he is faithful, compassionate, and near to his children. The unforgettable miracle he is orchestrating is not just about shifting your circumstances. It is about reshaping your understanding of who he truly is. Many walk through life with a minimized view of God. They trust him for small things. But when giants appear, they retreat and assume he cannot or will not intervene. Yet the God who breathed galaxies into existence, who commands the seas with his voice, who set time and eternity into motion, is the same God who hears the faintest whisper of his child. The same hand that holds the stars holds your future. The same voice that thundered at creation speaks promises over your life. Why then should you fear? Why should you tremble when the Almighty has declared you belong to him? Lift your eyes, for the one who crafted heaven and earth is the one preparing to reveal his strength in your life. Let me speak clearly. The miracle is not coming because you are capable enough, brilliant enough, or deserving enough. It is coming because God is gracious enough. His love does not relent. His mercy never fades. His covenant cannot fail. When he speaks, no power in heaven or hell can silence his word. When he opens a door, no force can shut it. When he commands a blessing, no curse can reverse it. Your miracle is rooted in his character, not in your accomplishments. That is why you can find peace even in the middle of the storm, because his word cannot fail. But understand this, the miracle may not arrive in the form you imagine. We often assume God will move in ways that make sense to us. We expect him to send provision through the channels we can see, to answer in the manner we have mapped out. But the God of heaven does not operate according to human blueprints. He delights in revealing his power through the unexpected. Who could have predicted water bursting from a rock? Who would have believed bread raining down from heaven? Who could imagine a young shepherd with a sling bringing down a seasoned giant, or that a crucified carpenter would rise from the grave and redeem the world? Do not confine God within the walls of your expectations. Do not restrict him with your limited sight. The miracle he is shaping will be larger, deeper, and far more beautiful than anything you have dared to envision. Sometimes God permits your resources to dry up so you may discover he alone is your source. Sometimes he